But we're moving on. And we are now in the grounds of Losers Finals. One step away from finishing this tournament up. We got the homie Nexas and the homie Scatz. Gonna see some more of that super fresh clean Empoleon. And of course we gonna see some Charizard. Yo, dude, like, Sai, I'm sorry, man. That hurt my feelings to watch you get that slash, and it's just like it was like 150 damage. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, all right. Let me just, yeah. But it happens, man. You did good.
I did a few things I shouldn't have. And
it's a new character, man. Everybody needs practice against him, so you know.
Everyone complains about the Decidueye, but Empoleon, at least to me, is the real challenge.
Oh yeah,
among the new characters to learn matchup.
Empoleon, I mean, the Decidueye is still disgusting. Don't get me wrong, but after seeing Nexus's in Empoleon today, nerf Empoleon. Just please nerf him immediately.
The thing with Empoleon is that Aqua Jet is absurdly good, but everything else he has sucks. Like he has a couple good zoning tools with like Jump Y and Ice Beam, obviously.
Right.
But a lot of his normals and stuff are pretty bad.
Well, see, I guess in my experience playing against Empoleon, I have had a little bit of trouble, but it's a little bit easier for me as Suicune, I guess, because I can call out a lot of his stuff with Miracle. Because even Ice Beam can be called out with Miracle with the right timing.
Right. There were of course Mewtwo can like deal with Ice Beam by low stancing, but I was still in block stun from
You can
JY.
low stance Ice Beam?
Yes, Ice Beam's a low, so Mewtwo can low stance Ice Beam. And I did it a time or two, but there were times when I was still caught in the block stun of Jump
so
Y.
can everybody low stance or just Mewtwo?
No, just the characters that can armor lows with their low stance. So Mewtwo, Shadow Mewtwo, Blaziken, Machamp.
I got you.
I think that's all of them.
Some characters have armor on high stance and some have armor on low stance.
Yeah, that.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, because
good to know.
Because most characters will either be able to duck highs with their low stance, or they'll be able to armor low moves.
Right. I get where you're going.
But JY into Ice Beam is kind of a trap if you try to CADC it, because Ice Beam will catch it, kind of similar how Suicune has the Jump Y into Aurora Beam. But yeah, being able to deal with Aqua Jet, well, no character can really 100% deal with Aqua Jet, but knowing Aqua Jet's options and stuff, you have to be really patient in the Empoleon matchup.
Definitely. But you gotta be, like Scatz was telling us earlier, you gotta be really, really careful of that chip, because that chip will like destroy your shield almost immediately.
Blocking against Empoleon is kind of like taking a grab, if not worse.
I think I'm gonna stick to the grab.
Do what?
I said I think I'll take the grab, because that was. Then again, if you have that like Latios setup, you don't want to take the grab either. Let's just delete Empoleon. Let's just delete him out of the game. I don't want him in the roster anymore.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice, or it'd certainly be a little easier, but I mean, he's here, so gotta win the matchup.
We need to start one of those shoulda-beens for him. Because you know, like Libre, it should have been Halucha. And then Uchi says Suicune should have been Entei. We need to find
what should have Empoleon been?
Good question. If anybody's got any ideas, tweet at me. Let me know.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so.
Oh, another thing I noticed Nexus was doing pretty well was landing Steel Wing on Shield, because you have to get both hits of Steel Wing for it to be safe. Otherwise, it's grab punishable.
Gotcha.
So, especially against tall characters, you have to go really high to get it. And you notice the times where I grabbed was the times and he gets the shield break right there.
But he has enough time to block and gets a fire punch.
Yeah.
Next hit wins. Smart man to go into burst there. Oh!
Gets him with the homing. Yeah, homing anti-arrows too.
Yep, cuts him off and gets in there, taking round one of game 2. All right. So we got Scatz hovering a little bit, just watching out for the projectiles.
Oh yeah, Charizard definitely looks like he can deal with some of Empoleon's projectiles in the field, because you have to be careful of side Y.
Right.
But Empoleon's got back Y to deal with Charizard's aerials.
Gotcha. Oh wow, that was a nice little exchange there, just kind of jumping over Charizard.
It kind of looks like jump Y on shield there. Looks. I'm not sure if it's plus, but it looks pretty safe. Yeah, getting those chips with ice JY into Ice Beam.
Yep. Nexus is trying to keep on the pressure.
Punishes that whiffed Steel Wing with Fire Punch.
All right, we got both characters in burst.
Oh, calls out the JY with a hard read on 8Y.
Just not a care in the world. Oh dear.
Ah, rip.
And he's going to do the burst follow-up because just for that extra damage, but it's not going to kill because of the scaling.
Nope.
Just barely living in here.
Counter's going to last.
Catches him with the strong counter. Very nice call-outs from Scatz.
Although, Scatz could have actually taken that. Well, no. He had low health. But in general, since Aqua Jet's a light, if you're in burst mode and Empoleon isn't, you can just take an Aqua Jet and just beat it out if you're in burst mode like that. Which I think Empoleon's probably going to have a harder time against probably has a harder time against characters that can get access to their burst quicker because they can deal with Aqua Jet. And that takes a lot of...
Scatz has definitely recognized those projectiles coming out, and he's punishing with Fire Punch cancel, which is good moves from him.
Gets
riding the waves. Woof. Very nice Fire Punch, and Scatz has burst now. Oh. Gets him with the instant. Empoleon's in a very dangerous situation not having burst right now.
Oh yeah.
Takes the chip damage, and Scatz goes into burst. Knocks him down.
Well, jumps over the rock smash and gets the punish.
Him from the back for the punish. And there goes Scatz closing out game 2. I feel like Nexus is playing very well. However, I feel like Scatz is kind of figuring out everything that he's doing and just punishing accordingly. We're having some really close matches here, but Scatz is just gaining a little bit of the upper hand where he can take it.
He's adapting to, he's doing a good job of adapting to Nexus, Aqua Jet, kind of his Aqua Jet tendency follow-ups.
Most definitely.
Because there were times where I probably did a little too much guessing against Aqua Jet, because there were times where I thought he'd Rock Smash and he did Cut instead.
Yeah.
But Scatz is recognizing some of those patterns and punishing accordingly.
Most definitely.
Oh,
that was a nice cross-up with that Flare Blitz. Trying to keep him out, but Scatz is not falling for those at all. He gets caught a little bit, but he's just not having any of it. Catches him with the clean counter. And another counter. And gets
him
the
with
free
the grab. Is that gonna, nope, it's not gonna kill, but it'll be close.
Yeah, he's barely living, but
hovering right above him.
Just trying to play some tricks here. Got the Eevee to get a little bit of HP back. I can respect it. And he's got that
also get buff. Some more damage as well as chip and shield damage.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
why Eevee's a really good support option for Empoleon. Catches the whiff.
Clean grab and
the grab.
All right, Scatz taking round 1 of game 3. And we're going into what could potentially be the last round of losers finals. Let's see if Nexus can make the necessary switch ups and get this, or will Scatz close it out? Starting off strong with a grab.
That's another thing I just noticed about Nexus. He really likes the side Y into forward Y conversion.
Okay.
And if you have to be kind of careful.
He didn't want to take those hits, so he pushed him back.
Yep. Punishes the whiff JY with Aqua Jet, zoning him out. Oh, but Scatz was in the air to deal with that Ice Beam.
And now both of them have bursts. It'll be interesting to see when they use it. I feel like Nexus might want to use it now to try and gain some advantage, but he's just going to go in.
Pushes him back with neutral
He's not
Y.
worried about it, but Charizard does have an attack buff, so I would be careful. And here comes the burst.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Now he pops the Eevee himself.
And now,
Scatz catches, calls out his support call, though.
Calls it out, closes it out, and there we have it.
Scatz taking that 3-0.